So you're using Facebook in order to enroll students for that upcoming class. Well, stay tuned. I want to show you some tips that you can utilize in order to make sure that you're doing it the right way. Okay, so I was a digital marketer for many years before I landed a role as a co-owner and chief operation officer at a technology school. And so from that, I was able to build a nice um, pipeline, if you will, of students that we recruit on a regular basis, utilizing various platforms. Now, I some of the things that I saw early on, and when I say early on, I mean like 2015, 16, in the way that individuals were attempting to use Facebook, even back then, they weren't the right way. So let's just go in here so I can show you all some of the things that I'm talking about. So let's look, for instance, for cosmetology schools. Cosmetology schools. All right, so let's take a look at some of the schools in my area and see what they're doing on Facebook. All right, so here's one called PA Scholars Beauty School, and it's a trade school. Great. All right, so we see here first post, and this is from April 7, 2020. Educate and invest in your dreams. Students and staff online during this pandemic. Website, phone number. So they're using this as their advertisement. They're saying, "Hey, this is our ad. This is the information to make contact with us. And if you do contact us, we'll put you in a class." So basically, somewhat of an engagement. They've had, 6 thumbs up or 6 likes, 1 heart, couple comments, and a couple shares. So they're getting engagement, right? It's just that this isn't necessarily the right way, and quote unquote the right way to advertise on Facebook. Um, for all intents and purposes, this is more organic, right? And I found in the years of growing a successful institution that the organic way is in fact the most difficult way. It takes a lot of time, and just let's face it, as business owners, school directors, whatever have you, you the last thing you want to do is spend the majority of your time posted on Facebook trying to enroll students. And again, that's not necessarily what the organic feeds were created for. So I know if we scroll down a little bit more, see, here's another post from April 8th where they were trying to, get in a few students, get in more students, should I say, um, enroll. And so this is, pretty much what you'll see on a comment. This is how we use, or some, not all of us, but some are using their actual social media accounts for better all intents and purposes. It's Facebook. So let's take a look. Page transparency. So let's see what I already know, probably, right? This page is not currently running ads. The most, that is absolutely not the way to do it. Again, there was a time when you could post organically on Facebook and be able to get the reach, get the eyes. You would make a post, and if you had 500 people following you, then 500 people were going to see your post. It doesn't work that way anymore. If you not spending in order to get attention, then you don't have any eyes seeing you. What, one, two? And you guys already understand that those 1 or 2 likes that you might get, or those 1 or 2, I tried to contact the school, nobody called me back, those are simply leads. They are not students. They have the potential to convert and become students, but there's so much more that happens between conversion, or if you're talking in school lingo, enrollment, and actual making the immediate contact or the first contact with that potential lead. So things have to align. They have to be in the right way before you actually get what you're ultimately looking for, which is someone to attend your school. So definitively, this is a no-no. All the organic, posts that you're making, they're good, but I like to call that vanity metrics. Those are vanity things, things that make us feel good. You post, you see a lot of posting being done on the page. You spend a lot of time crafting these messages. You put your phone number here. Facebook actually has a button where it says call now. So I don't need to put my phone number here in order to try to get somebody to reach out to me. And I don't need to be doing all these hashtags, and all this stuff is so outdated. And this is what was done in 2021. Now, I granted it's a year later, and these are the pin posts. So this is the 9th at 4 p.m. So this was just recently. This is May 18th, 21. So these are a little bit older. All right. So definitely a no-no. Let's take a look at other cosmetology schools, if you will. See if we can find something else. PNA Scholars, Unlimited Beauty Institute. Let's go look at that one. That sounds good. Unlimited Beauty Institute. All right. Top design. So this is not a bad post. It's not bad. All right. I can tell you right now. We scroll down long enough. Call, book an appointment. We are gearing up to open the student salon. All right. Enroll now. Unlimited Beauty Institute. Enroll now. It's not bad. It doesn't have necessarily call me. It doesn't scream, I'm desperate. This is back in March. So we continue to scroll. Rolling for fall class now. Cosmetology, manicuring, instructors. Course available. And of course, we have our flyer that we post. We got to post the flyer here, right? Never. Never. This is not what even organically you're going to do. Right? This is, all the information that doesn't necessarily need to be on Facebook, because there's so many other ways in order to use this platform to be able to show or highlight specifically the details that you want them to know in order to connect with you. It's a beautiful poster. I mean, a flyer. It's a beautiful flyer, right? But that's a flyer that's to be handed out in person. Now, here's one again. Learn to do hair, enroll now, phone number. This is what here. Now, again, let's look at the page transparency, right? Let's see if they are. And you see again, this page is not currently running ads. So it's not currently running ads. Let's take a look and see, has it ever ran ads or ever run ads? And no, no, no ads have been run. This page was created in 2015 and they've never run any ads before. That's bad. Listen, by far, if you are a school owner, if you are a school director, the one thing that you should be investing in is online advertisement. I can't stress that enough. You know, um, if you're spending a dollar and you're able to account for the students that are directly brought in as a result of those dollars, then spend them. I'm not telling you that you have to spend $1,000 a day, $20,000 a day. You can have a budget of $20 a day where you say, I run only veteran ads and I also run general ads. But all the same, you are running those ads daily, and those ads are going to ultimately drive more attention, more students to your business than you spending all the time and energy actually trying to enroll the way that you do. And listen, you're not going to get any, crying or foul from me because I've done it. I worked at a company prior to heading up the organization as I did. I worked at a company, was a business consulting firm for roughly about a year and a half. And in that year and a half, I managed 11 social media accounts for the company. 11. I literally had to sit down on a Sunday to put in, whether it was Buffer or Hootsuite, all of the posts that I would have ciphered out to their accounts throughout the week. It was a 8 to 10 hour job every time. So if anybody knows about the long, intense hours and applications of organic posting, it's me. It is me. But I can tell you right now that once I learned how to use properly use the advertising, the ad managers, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, the world changed. I can, I be honest, I can't even tell you the last time I post in one of our organic social media feeds. Uh, we have enough content there that whenever someone wants to go and look for social proof that the school actually exists, that the school actually does what it does, it's there. It's there. But that's not where our students come from. And it just merely does exactly what I just said. It gives proof of the identity of the school, but it's not necessarily what we use to enroll our students. It's not. There's so many other things that go into actually getting a student to commit to your program you know and we spend so much unnecessary time building into trying to get leads because that's all that this is. These are leads. Right now, let's take a look at another one. Let's go back in here and let's do something like trucking trucking schools. Let's pull up some trucking schools and see what we might. Okay, so at the top of this we have DTC truck driver training. I happen to know the owner of the trucking school, so should be doing some of the things that I would believe that are necessary to enroll. Now, this is about a cohort that begins cohort 12 of the CDL training program. If you're interested, you can click here, right? Let's click there, right? Your response is visible to the host and friends. No, I'm not interested. I don't want to take a CDL class, right? I don't want to use that. All right, how do I sign up? No one answers the phone after you press one for the CDL line. Sounds familiar? Does it? I mean, it's one thing to get leads from these various sources, but it's another thing to actually have someone that converts the leads. I've seen it way too many times. We set up these long funnels, and at the end of the day there's no one to actually convert that lead that it comes in, especially in a timely fashion, so therefore we lose out. And in this case, I don't know how much your program is, but I'm sure that a lot of us can't afford to be losing out on any student that may be interested in our program, right? So we go down and we're talking about according to the prediction truck, blah 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 blah. There's never been a more perfect time to join our training here at Blue cohorts are beginning. And again, we're using this as an opportunity to enroll students. Now, there's been 21 likes. I'm sorry, 71 likes, 71 and 22 shares. So this is an opportunity for us to be able to try to connect if we have someone in the back end, on the back end, actually reaching out to try to enroll these students, right? But one of the biggest things that I find, that may not be the greatest is this graphic. Too much information on the graphic. It's totally unnecessary. So there is a phrase, it's called KISS. KISS. And what does KISS mean? Keep it short and simple. Keep it short and simple. So this graphic, I would have just you did well with just the truck. I mean, I know we had a graphic designer spend a lot of time and energy and, putting our logo on it and telling all this information in it, but by far, this is not the graphic that you should be using to advertise. Why, I'm sure a lot of us that remember how Facebook was not too long ago, you couldn't even advertise or you could not even have a post in your ad that had words on it. If it was more than 20%, they wouldn't allow the ad to run. And so, sign up now. That tells me that this is, in fact, some sort of ad that's running. Show more information on it. Follow, blah, blah, blah. First shared, link first shared about this content. So I can sign up if I want to, and it takes me to a landing page. Wow, good. That's good, of course, right? Gives me a lot of information. 5,000. It gives me the cost of the course, so it's $5,000 for the class. Join the newsletter. So I got a lot of information, long copy, employers that they have. So somebody has placed some time into this actual class, right? All right. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the ads on this page. So this page is currently running ads, and when you take a look at them, yeah, it's the flyers pretty much. It's the flyers, with small details being changed. I definitely would not be running my ads with so much detail in them. I would simplify this. Probably not probably, but I would definitely take away a lot of this word because I'm sure a lot of these words are what you would find as well on the landing page that they're using. Now, one of the things that I would also stress is that I would utilize pretty much for this type of ad. I would utilize lead ads, Facebook. It would actually, give enough information for the potential student to be able to say, "Huh, I'm kind of interested." And when they clicked on the ad, give them a little more information. But then once it's done, they wouldn't have to leave outside of Facebook to put in any of their personal information. And I would not have a form that had all his information on it. May we contact you through text messages, email. How did you hear about us? Would you like to? I don't know who cares about any of that because that's not the most important thing about this landing page. The most important thing on the landing page is simply to get their information. To get their information, you need their name, their phone number, and their email address. That's all you need now. You're not trying to sell the class. Not trying to do all of that stuff. So at the end of the day, a lot of this information is unnecessary. Give them something, uh, and I would even, like I said, I would do it inside of Facebook. I would just do a lead generation form, and that lead generation form would give them just the basic information that they need to have about this upcoming class, and voila, they could be able to have all their information there that's necessary. Click send, submit, is done. It's done. So there's no need to do all this. Let's go back and have one more look at a possible another school. All right, so Suburban Truck Driving School, 24/7 smooth truck driving school. Let's check this out. All right, so recruiting, Raquel, Michigan Works, Highland Park Service Center, immediate openings, blah blah blah. Okay. Want to get your CDL unsure due to stability and cost of your school? Promotion to date is 2,000, includes full course tuition, 180-hour national credit credit program. Call us. Phone number, blah, blah, blah. Michigan Works and many more funding available. Our goal is 24/7. Okay, so again, they're using this to advertise. They had 36 likes. Now, don't get me wrong. I know those 36 likes somewhere in the midst. You would hope that you had at least one lead. Just because we like you on Facebook, it's vanity. Like I said, this is a vanity metric. It's not necessarily that we really want to enroll in your school just because we like what you post. So make that connection. All right. So, and again, let's take a look at the transparency of the page and see if no, this page is not currently running ads. Well, let's go just look at their ad page and see if ever no results, not one, not zero, not none. Never have run ads in the past. So again, you do yourself a disservice by not running ads if you have a school. I mean, it just is what it is. You're not able to compete just because you draw on organic attention. Sure, there are a lot of people, hundreds of thousands, if not million of people looking for the classes that you have. But you will never be able to compete with the universities, with the junior colleges, if you do not allocate somewhat of a budget to being able to run and send your messages out through this platform the way that it was intended. Facebook spent billions of dollars in order to build in an ad manager, an ads platform. Do you really think that you posting in your news feed is going to be able to get you the type of attention that you want? You're doing it for free. You're doing something for free. You're building awareness around what you have for free, and you want, in some cases, students to spend upwards of $5,000 or more in order to buy into what it is you have to offer. Doesn't make sense. Anyhow, I'm Carlos L. Harris. If you have any thoughts, any opinions on what we've discussed today, leave me a message down below. I'm sure that I will respond at some time. And until then, I'll see you on the other side.